And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Bills 0. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run with Hunt. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
It's certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Mike, 55. Check 55. You draw corpus. Check. Check 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
They're running it. Check 55.
Now Minshew. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Complete.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
16 yards. And a Dolphin first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And some space here. And, of course, the defense is going to accept this penalty. They'll run with Drake. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Open ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, You're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys, but let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback.
And the pressure gets to him again. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
A gain of 3, second down.
By the wide receiver. Matt Milano on the tackle.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
7 at the Bills' 37-yard line.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And it's up and good.
The score, Dolphins 21, Bills 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Tua. throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
At their own 25-yard line.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot. You ready?
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Ball carrier.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 47-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Minshew sets to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Pass. Incomplete on the deep ball. It's 2nd down and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Get the end, boys. Get the end. Got you, Pop. Get the end. Come on. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete from the contact.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
1-yard attempt.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles and Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Kyle Van Noy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Minshew. Forced out to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44, Minshew escaping the pressure right. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That one is caught by Hunt. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's taken in by Callaway. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and he stopped immediately there. You call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Dolphins 34, Bills 3.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 4.
They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Got an open man, it's Burnett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The keeper.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Results in a 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Complete to number 14.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And As great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because
he rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
The score, Dolphins 40, Bills 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun is Minshew. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Minshew, 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Minshew. And this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down, Dolphins.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
Minshew
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This is Hunt. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Strong left. Strong left. Hey, 4 down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Richard Sherman.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Mike, Mike, 55.
On fourth down, Minshew. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold down. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First down, Miami.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Loa's pass, intended for number 80, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy, one for the safe boy till there's nothing left. I'm on point to the bread until we all got 10 buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Today's final score.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.